really be aggressive. Kanye, they're looking to really be aggressive. Take any opportunity he can. Those are the type of rallies that G's got to be expecting in this match. He's going to be running down a lot of balls, pushing down a ton of balls. That's the difficult one, because when you do get a short ball and an opportunity to do more with it, Nieto knows that was lucky for him there. You're playing against a player that has that much experience. You want to try to do more than the shot with the shot than you actually need to. Same as that there, really feeling somewhat the pressure already to do a little bit more than what he actually needs to. Gives Kanyeda a break and an early lead in this first set, 2-0.
All right, crew, I got one more in me, but don't fret. Shaman will be stacking up next. I'll keep you guys going for the night. Big ups and thank you all so much. I really appreciate it.
Players in the world when you watch them at these tournaments, and especially now moving forward as we go forward into the draw, best players can really turn defense into offense. They're so quick at getting to the ball, and instead of just obviously sometimes they will get to it and just push it up to give themselves more time, but a lot of times they're turning that into offense. There where he's actually been in control, G, and just not executing that final shot. Kanyeda's okay with that right now. He'll take it and make sure that he doesn't give him too many opportunities. Three unforced errors in this game. G. It's a very fine line between being aggressive when you get the chance and making those shots. Definitely not going to win with the unforced errors, but then you've got to be so good,
kicking off a high train,
so consistent with
just
playing against Kanyeda. Kanyeda, another ace, gives him a 3-0 lead.
Shimon will be keeping you company. I'll see you later. Big up.
is hydrating. Very hot and humid, even with the roof closed, still humid. Haven't seen Kenyatta yet pull out the notebook, which he usually does. He has a notebook where he has all his notes in, just to remind himself. Actually starting pretty far back on that serve as well, not right up close to the line. So most of the players a little closer to the line, maybe a couple of feet behind, so he's going to make sure he accelerates. Great shot. Looked good in his first round match also. Very, very solid. Again, 3 or 4 different opportunities for G. Playing the right shot, just not quite executing. Again, it's that pressure of playing best player in wheelchair tennis. And that unforced error gives Kenyatta 3 break-point chances. Beautiful backhand down the line. You'll see a lot of down the line winners off the return of serve in wheelchair tennis. The reason being is that after the players serve, it's difficult for them to be able to recover in and then do their figure 8 out back to give themselves enough space. So one of the differences on the movement side is that when you're playing standing tennis, you don't very often turn your back to the court. The only time you're going to turn your back to the court is if you're running down a lob. Wheelchair tennis, you'll see the players almost after every ball where they'll do a figure 8 movement. So they'll do a lot of drills in the figure 8, and they're turning their back, turning around, looking at the ball, looking at the court as well while they're turning around. So when they're serving, they're obviously serving, switching, they're serving clear to the side, his body's facing that way, and then to turn around is very hard for him to do. So you'll see a lot of down the line winners, and then the other return that's always very effective is right to the chair as well, deep chair. G, small opening here. Attempt to get on the board in the first set. Defense from Kenyatta to get back into that point. From Kenyatta there. He saw that G was really far back and able to just change that grip and just hit the drop shot was a little high. And G there in good time, but again went for a little too much. That's that pressure of feeling they have to open too much. The slight opening is now closed. toss, not hitting the serve, and that's the beauty of it. Double fault for Kenyatta, his first double fault of the match. Let cord usually helps the person that hit it, but that time it didn't. It gave Shinga quite a lot of time. So if we talk about the type of balls that someone gets, also their grips. So the wheelchair players will, in the men's division and the women's division, they do change their grips, but you can see there with what the grip is, that's a semi-western grip. Players will push with that grip, it gives them the best grip, and they can hit a pretty heavy forehand with that. So when they have more time, easier to hit a heavier topspin forehand like Kenyatta did on the last shot. Well, also one of the big technical differences between wheelchair tennis and standing is the inverted or reversed backhand. So the players will use a semi-western grip hit that side of the ball, just like Kenyatta did there, but then they will reverse it and they will hit the same side of the racket and the strings with a backhand. So you will see that a lot, and when you do see it, it kind of takes your breath away for a second. You have to go back and look at it and kind of say what just happened there, because it is a sight to see. They get so much power with that. Serve and volley from Kenyatta. That gives him a pretty straightforward, solid 5-1 lead in the first set. Players coming back onto the court. They're in the changeovers, time for the players to cool down. So Kenyatta putting the ice on the back of his neck. He's confident as he leads 5-0. Jake, he's agreeing. Glad he agrees with me there. Telling his team, yep, I'm good. Nice return from Kenyatta moving forwards. Very nice ball, very classical backhand, great extension. See the winners there, total winners 7-2. Another great shot from Kaneda, pretty simple, heavy topspin, great neck clearance, pushes opponent so far back, comes in, takes it on one bounce, even though G did a good job of the depth there, but the shot just too heavy for G to contend with. Definitely see glimpses of G and his ability. Like I said, he's still very young, 21, but hits a very, very heavy ball, huge amount of spin, huge amount of pace. Needs a little bit more time and a little bit more experience, which no doubt he will get. That backhand down the line. Just nice. One or two pushes in, starts back. Same as what we would do with standing tennis. Start back a little bit, move in split step. They're just not split stepping, they're pushing forwards, taking it on the rise. And that beautiful backhand down the line sets Kaneda up with 2 set points. Again, for that backhand inside out, just catches that late. When you're hitting that ball from the deuce side on your backhand, you do have to catch a little bit late to make sure you get the angle, but that one caught a little too late. Unforced error. Not too many unforced errors, but 2 creeping in there. And G still fighting to not let the first set get away from him. Error from G, just covering the ball, no extension going out on that shot. Great, easy, solid first set for Kaneda, 6-0. Just kept it nice and simple, didn't have to do too much. Experience definitely prevailing. Definitely see the potential for G, but he's got to make a quick turnaround in this match if he wants to see the quarterfinals. First set, Kaneda Shingo, 6-0. Stats for the first set. Again, Kaneda with 10 total winners to G's 2. And when you've only got 3 unforced errors, it's a good way to be. Returning after our short set break. G really having to actually go on the wrong side. Yeah, so they actually don't change ends. They go back to the same end. Definite potential for G. Good player, really great technique, very solid technique, good pace. Just coming up against a tougher opponent today. Great shot from Kaneda. Again, when wheelchair player comes to net, hardest shot to hit off of that is to defend off of is the lob. So sometimes the lob doesn't have to be great for it to become a winner. That was not even a slice as well. That was a total cut. He did slice it, but he also cut the inside of the ball. It made the ball move to our right, so it hits and bounces slightly off to the right. So if you thought he was going to get it, he had another thing coming. Another thought coming. Another great return down the line. Really nice. Takes it super early, just with the force of his chair moving forwards, didn't have to do too much. Very nice backhand. Down the line winner. But then Kaneda comes up with an ace. Not much he can do. Plays a great shot. And then Kaneda comes up with the ace. It's 4 aces so far for Kaneda.
What's up, Oscar Shelby?
Shelby is here! What up, Shelby?
Again, if you look where G is taking that return from, so far outside the court, the spin that Kaneda gets on his serve, just punishing. It's very hard when you're playing tennis, whether you're in a chair or not, and you constantly are playing from outside the court. So you're playing especially outside the doubles court, which makes it even more, but you've got so many more steps or pushes to get back to the middle. So a lot of times when the players, you actually see it a little bit more in wheelchair tennis than you do in standing. They use the angles. And you see, if we look at this court right now, beautiful rectangle, but a lot of players actually don't see that. They just see the court as a massive triangle, and their goal is to get their opponent off the court as quick as they possibly can. It's a little difficult to do when the ball's coming so fast. You can't generate those angles, but you see it a lot in wheelchair tennis, and especially in the doubles. You see the players hitting the side of basically the little stands there.
Shelby, happy Sunday to you. Cheers!
My name is Cool Rock J, and I'ma get you going on in a freaky way. 'Cause we gon' dance and we gon' move, and my partner DJ Slice is gonna put the needle to the groove. You know what I'm saying?
Double fault number 2 for G.
Do you like the song?
Again, feeling the pressure. Kaneda's going to be pretty happy with his performance. Been a good performance, solid. Hasn't had to do too much. Just let G make the unforced errors, and then Kaneda's simple shots have actually turned into winners.
Organic, what up? Sasaki Woodworks, what up? Can we get a streamer?
That point
shout out
right
for
there just
Sasaki
shows how hard it
Woodworks,
is. I
please?
mean, G played an amazing shot
get
off his
on.
first shot after his serve, and in most cases, like it was in his last 2 matches, that would have been a winner. But when you're playing the best in the world that's so fast, they didn't just get it back, got it back and put so much pressure on G.
Oh well, nothing I can do about it. Hope you're doing well, homie. Always great to see you in chat.
G not moving to that, having to reach. That gives Pineda a break and a 2-0 lead in the second set. Again, a beautiful return to serve by G. Set it up so nicely, but you can just see, I mean, Kaneda's back in the backdrop and the amount of spin he's able to get with his strength, and that's just due to the beautiful and classic and perfect technique he has, being able to hit that winner from back there. Great job. And then follow it up with, again, that's what G has to look and learn a little bit about, just a little bit more. Pineda tossed that ball pretty far to his left, so not saying he wouldn't go up the tee on that, but 9 times out of 10 he's going out wide, so G has to see that somewhat.
My fire alarm went off in the apartment. Some dumbass. He drinks a lot.
Another good point showing why we're watching the #1 player in the world here. Again, when he's really pulled out wide, able to turn that defense into offense.
That's right. His hot dog bun. So I'm up here streaming. The fire alarm's going off. I go downstairs and go check to see what's going on. If I notice nothing, I come back up 2 minutes later. Come back up with a beer. Oh well.
Fault #2 from Pineda. It's okay, he won't mind that. Being up a set 2-0, 40 love, he's probably going to go for a little bit more, try a few things like he did in the rally before coming in. This is when he's pretty comfortable, pretty confident that he's not going to lose this match, and so he's going to try a few things, go for a little bit more on serves.
Oh well.
Just out.
Sometimes.
A lot of times when the players look up to their boxes of their team, after a shot like that that's pretty close, they're actually asking them whether they think they should challenge it. The player won't let them wait too long to do it, but sometimes they just want affirmation that they think they're close. Good chair work there for Pineda to get out of the way of the ball. If that ball had hit his chair before it bounced, it would have been G's point. Ball cannot touch any part of the body before or chair before it bounces. 6-0, 3-0 lead.
Yo, what up, Team Sayers? You guys are following Team Sayers. Go get Team a follow. How you doing, homie? Yes, rejoice. I'm still alive.
Watching the players on the changeover there. See Kenyatta wearing a ice jacket just to cool down somewhat. Players have got all sorts of different measures to keep cool here in Tokyo. Tall order now for the Chinese player, but I would imagine his goal right now in his mind is he wants to get on the board. That's what he'd like to do at this point.
You had me banned for a little bit.
Starts further back than most players on the serve, just probably trying to give himself a little bit more time to recover.
I was like, what am I going to come back with an unban request?
It's a great shot. He's got it in him.
Should have done another haiku, but I didn't. I was laughing so hard.
The issue is when he starts this far back, I would say that's probably 3 feet-ish back, maybe. It's also having to serve 3 feet further, if that makes sense. And so he's not able to really use his serve too much as a weapon.
They should have put the haiku in there.
He spins his serve in most of the time. Actually, in the first set, he had 65% and only 43%, excuse me, in the second set so far. But doesn't have quite enough on his serve yet. Probably needs to look at his serve and look on how that can become more of a weapon. He's got the strength, that's for sure, because he can hit off his ground strokes, but definitely looking at his serve more to become a weapon, and then his recovery after the serve too. If you watch after the serve, he's a little slow recovering.
Yeah, because he was like, he came in chat today, he's like, I was wondering why chat
2
wasn't
game
on
points
chat."
for G to get on the board in the second set. Just be a little relief. It's always a little relief
Oh,
to
that's
you
good.
just let out a sigh. Did it, I got on the board. And he does it.
Panamaniac 210. Thank you for the follow.
Kenyatta's still up 3-1 in the second set.
I thought me sitting on a cake justified and then ban request. So I just went with that.
Kenyatta with 15 winners to he's two, so it's part of the story right there too, just the physical strength of Kenyatta, of how he's able to set up the points. Jake pulling off that ball a little too quickly, pulling his chair off. There's that slice again, but set up with a great serve, kick out wide. And that slice down the line that even caught the inside of the ball just a little bit, where we can see catches the inside of it, it bounces, and really had a lot of movement on going away. If that ball had gone straight, G actually would have gotten that. Well, got jammed on that ball, but was still able just to take the pace off, saw how far back G was, and was able to come off with an incredible drop shot. Again, beautiful backhand, just solid straight through the ball, stays down nice and low, and that backhand down the line, and another winner for Kaneda, gives him a 4-1 lead in the second set.
If they leave automatic ban, right? Oh, I don't have a reload.
As we come off the break, Shingo's looking at a 6-0, 4-1 lead. G did a really good job in his last service game of getting on the board. He's going to want to do the same thing in this service game, that's for sure. Beautiful backhand. It's what we saw of him in his first round match, and he must have played like that in his second round match too. That beautiful backhand. Beautiful technique. And just too much power there for Kaneda. G's probably thinking, good Lord, what do I have to do here? I hit two amazing backhands, probably two best backhands I've hit, and they're coming right back. So he tries to change the direction, therefore created the unforced error.
Well, if I were bumbo, we'll make it start up.
Catches that ball very, very late. Really erratic backhand there. Beautiful ball by G. Shingo coming in. Again, you come in that far and don't do enough with the ball, then you are out of position. And G takes advantage of him being out of position. Definitely G's favorite shot, that inside-out forehand. Catching the outside of the line by the looks of it. Really nice backhand there from Kaneda, giving him a break point opportunity. Great point. Best point. He deserves that. He deserves that. Come on. Best point of the rally. Really just hung in there. Didn't try to go for too much. Just high, heavy balls. And then took the opportunity again. That ball going through the singles line. Best point of the match. Back to deuce. He needs to follow that up again. Another great forehand winner there. Again, taking the pace off just a little bit, pulling a little shorter. Yet not able to even take a push to that one.
Top every day, Monday, Sunday, pre-week vibes, jams. Conclave, you went late tonight, brother. What time is it over there? 4 a.m., 5 a.m.? Okay, dude. Maniac. Welcome in, Raiders. We're from the United States, from the lonely place called East Dakota. There's a couple cows out here, a lot of
Didn't quite
farms.
move up to that. Let that ball get
From the
way
tight
too
juice
low.
from the
He was
farm.
in a good position until that last shot. Tennis, when someone says you just got to get one more ball back, that's the reason why. That he did not think he was going to win the point with that, and Shingo did, but again went for a little too much there. It's the reason you get that one more ball back.
Cheers.
Again, just the constant pressure from Kaneda. Just misses an easy volley on the point before that he shouldn't have missed, but then comes back and it's like, nope, not giving you another free point. Have to earn this one. Just a pressure double fault there. I'm fighting like crazy in this game just to get another game. A couple really good points and then throwing the double. That breaker serve gives Kaneda a 5-1 lead in the second set. That was definitely the best game we've seen of the match, highest quality game, good rallies. G making Kaneda work in that game. He wants to finish out this game here. 30 love. He wants that ball too. When you hit 2 aces, you want that same ball back. Some tennis players are have a little bit of OCD in them. like to play with the same balls, don't touch the lines. Easy. Beautiful. Beautiful forehand, but once again set up with a great slice out wide. He's going to take that ball. He's going to wait for it. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Give me that ball again, please. I want to finish off the match. 40 love, 3 match points. Quite fitting to finish it off with a great serve up the tee. Kaneda moves into the quarterfinals of the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics. Gee, bright future, bright future. Just doesn't have the experience or the power right now to handle Kaneda, but give him a couple more years and we'll be seeing his name a lot more. Kaneda very happy with that performance, very solid performance. As we see, the score is 6-0, 6-1 to Kaneda against the Chinese player Ji Zhenju. We'll see in a minute a few stats, but when the stats are in the green for the winners as opposed to unforced errors, that's the important part. G's gonna look at this match, look at his tournament, his performance. Had a great win yesterday against the 14th seed. Comes out and tough match against Kaneda, but he's gonna look at it and hopefully he'll take a lot from his experience. Kaneda will definitely be looking at all sorts of stats, but very solid match from Kaneda. He'll go cool down, rehydrate, get some lunch, may hit a few balls later, may not, and get ready for his quarterfinals. In actual fact, he will be hitting again because we will see Kaneda later on center court for his doubles match. Take a look at some match stats here. Again, total winners 22 and unforced errors 7. That's the way you want to be. That gives Kaneda a place in the quarterfinals. Won this match 6-0, 6-1. And next up, he will be waiting for the winner of Martin De La Puente, the number 11 seed. Again.